Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. JooshyFruit here, and I got a surprise for you guys. We are going to be uploading our first video of 2020 with Resident Evil 2 Remake or the remaster. Today I am going to be showing you a walkthrough slash speedrun of how to beat the game without using any recovery items, aka healing items, and beating it while taking less than 14,000 steps. So for this, we are going to play a new story. We are going to play Claire's. And for this, I am going to be skipping a lot of the cutscenes and, just beating the game as fast as I can. We are going to be playing on assisted because you do get some aim assist. You recover a certain amount of health. Since we can't use health, that's going to be very helpful to us. And the enemies are a little bit weaker. So as I said before, we are going to be skipping a lot of the cutscenes. I'm only going to be grabbing what I need to get by, and basically I'm going to be beating the game as fast as possible because of the steps and all that good stuff. So basically, if you follow what I do, you should have no problems. So here we're at the gas station. This is a very simple part of the game, and like I said, we're just going to skip everything. We are just going to haul ass through this game. So we're going to go through this door, and we're going to come back here and find our good old friend just getting absolutely massacred. We're going to skip this too. Now for zombies, just give them one good headshot like that, and it stuns them long enough for you to run right by them, which is necessary for us to get by. Grab this key and come back this way, and he will kind of just go over here in this corner, which works well for us. So with this key, we're just going to open this door and then go down the middle lane as soon as you get out. And then we're going to make a hard left. And we're going to go this way and we're going to meet our friend Leon Kennedy. And then we are going to skip some more cutscenes. So we're just skipping all of this. So like I said, we're just trying to get from point A to point B as fast as possible. Sometimes the pause button doesn't work right away. All right, immediately as soon as you get out of the car with Leon, just do a quick turn and just run for your life. This part is very easy. Just avoid all the enemies. They don't really go after you. They're kind of just standing around doing whatever, which is very interesting because if you play the game, there will be instances later on where zombies can like almost run or lunge after you. So it's kind of interesting in this part how they don't have those mechanics, but it is what it is. So as I said, we will be skipping cutscenes. We will only be taking what items are necessary to get by, and also I will be running with the infinite pistol. Now you can get the infinite pistol by beating any one of the campaigns, Claire or Leon's, on normal under 3.5 hours, and you get the pistol in your inventory box. So here we are entering the Raccoon Police Department, and the first thing we're going to want to go do is we're going to go make a item drop off. So we're just going to see as it says, we're just going to get rid of all this, and we are just going to take out the pistol. Now even though this has infinite ammo, you do have to reload it, but it's not that bad. So like I said before, this will be a video covering Claire's A run, because each character does have two runs. They have an A and a B. This is Claire's A, and yeah, basically beating it without using any recovery items, which is healing items. So no first aid sprays, no green herbs, red herbs, blue herbs, or of any kind, and beating it with less than 14,000 steps, which we will check our steps along the way so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. And basically we're just going this way to attempt to help this guy, even though he is gonna bite the dust, but we need his notebook. And here we go. Now that we got the notebook, we can go back to the main hall. This zombie is gonna break through the door, and most of the time zombies will just stun if you shoot him in the head. Now that aim assist will help us quite a bit, also for bosses too, which is why it's really helpful. But a couple of headshots will usually do the trick. Sometimes you need to make sure though with the headshots, sometimes headshots don't fully register right away. So what I do is I'll usually give it a couple of headshots. But as soon as we're done with that, then you'll come right back to the main hall and we will meet our buddy Marvin here. Let's go ahead and skip that. And we'll go ahead and skip that as well. And he gives you the knife, and I did not take it like a dummy. All right, and then we're gonna go this way. We're gonna use the knife to cut through this box to go this way. So yeah, I'm only gonna be picking up the items that we need to get through. I will pick up defensive items, and I might pick up some ammo types. It really just depends, but for the most part, yeah, we're just gonna be picking up what we only need. So we go through this part. Can't go through that door. Actually, we won't ever need to go through that door. And then you are going to make a right here. You're going to go in here. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we are going to want to grab this map, which absolutely, you don't need to grab the map, but I grab them just because. And you're going to vault over here. And you don't have to take this zombie out, but I am going to take him out because I like to take out enemies who are in areas that I have to come back through later, just so they're not walking around. Because eventually we're going to meet our friend Mr. X, and he can get on your nerves a couple of times, especially when there's enemies here. So all I'm going in here for is for the safe. And the safe combination here is left 9, right 15, and I skipped it, my apologies. Right 9, or left 9, right 15, and then left 7. And I do this right away because this gives you ammo pouches, which just allows us to pick up more stuff without having to make a box run. And that's pretty much all you need from this room. It's the only reason I came in here. Now we'll want to go down this way, and there is a save room to the right here, but we are not going to worry about that. And go up the stairs. There is a zombie here. I'm just going to kill them now. Like I said, I just don't want to worry about them later. Alright. We're going to shoot this guy. Alright. He's going to get up, but that's okay. Sometimes the aim assist is a little wonky. Sometimes it really does help out. And other times I feel it kind of wants you to do things you don't want it to do. Now there is a locker code right here. This one is going to be DCM. And this has, I believe it has submachine gun ammo. Let's go ahead and take a peek. It does have submachine gun ammo. I will take that, although we are not going to be picking up the submachine gun. So it's kind of useless. But if you needed that locker code, that is the code combination for it. We're going to be going through here. And the reason why I take these routes is because I feel this is the fastest way to get it done, at least for what I've done. So there you see there's a hip pouch there. And then we're going to go through this door, and our buddy Marvin's going to give us a call. But as you can see, I clearly just got the key, and I got 2 packs to give us 4 additional spaces. And I did that, obviously, for a reason.
All right, I'm on my way.
All right, you need to go down the ladder. Now, I am going to go across to this room right here, because this will lead us to one of the statues, to getting us one of the emblems. Might as well do it now. I will grab the map. And I believe this is the unicorn. The unicorn is going to be fish, scorpion, Aquarius. So fish, scorpion, and Aquarius. Now it'll give us our first one. We still need the lion head and we still need the maiden head, but we'll get there eventually. So I'm going to take out a couple of these zombies just because this is a pivotal room for later on in the game, and Mr. X will come in here and he will mess things up if some of these enemies are alive. So I'm just going to choose to kill them. And obviously don't be afraid to just go ham with your weapons, because there is no the S rank is not dependent on like your shooting ability. It also doesn't matter on your saves either. It really just matters in the time that you complete this. The only reason why I'm doing this now is because it's just going to make it easier for later on. And I think I need to move this one more, unfortunately. We can't do this until I come back, but I might as well just do it now. Actually, that needed to stay where it was, but it's okay. Alright, so we're not going to worry about him, but we are going to grab the book. We're going to go out this way. Oh, well, we need to use the key. And I do apologize if I stumble along the way. I am trying to do this as best as I can, but I am prone to making mistakes. So here's the lion statue. And the lion statue is, I believe, it is lion, weed, bird. So I don't know why it started me there. Lion, weed, and it's not really a bird, but it's a falcon. And there we go. Now we have the lion medallion. We only need one more. And then we can progress to our first boss fight. So we're not going to go see Marvin because it's not worth it, especially time-wise, and I already know what I need to do. There is a safe behind there, but we are not going to get it because it's for an upgrade of a weapon we're not going to use, so it's useless. We need to run in here, and we need the weapons locker code because this is going to give us a grenade launcher, which we really need. It's going to help. So you take the arm, we're going to take the arm, connect it with the book, and then we're going to put the book right on this guy, and he's going to give us the jewel. We don't actually ever end up using the jewel either, so I don't know why I run this step, but I do. And what you want to do is when you get it and you add it to your inventory, you will want to, yes, as the game says, examine it. Then there's the red jewel, which we are not going to use, but we're done with this area. Now you want to go through here. And a helicopter is going to crash into the wall. Just like that. But we don't really care about that. And we're going to skip this because it's another cutscene. Grab these. There are some parts you can't skip, like right here. I can't open the door until she's done calling for Marvin. So there are some things you cannot skip. Any day now. Alright, we're going to go through here. There's this guy. Again, we're just going to use some headshots. It's pretty simple. He's down for the count. If I can open this. We're going to get in here. Alright, there's a couple things we're going to grab in here. So we are actually going to discard this knife. So I'm going to grab this defensive item because, like I said, I will grab some defensive items because they do come in use. We want to go in here. I want to grab this. And I want to go grab the fuse. And then with that, we want to move this chair. What I want to do is I want to go in here. We want to put the fuse right there. Now I am going to go back. I will explain why. I am really big on this playthrough in grabbing the white ammo type and combining it with the normal one to make acid rounds, and you're going to see why. I think at the end of this game I have like 40 acid rounds for the Birkin fight just because it makes the fight so easy. So I do grab that. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw that in there. We're going to throw that in there. We're going to throw that in there. I'm going to do some item management. And we're good. Now what I am going to do is I am going to go put these medallions in just so we can get some space used up. Put that one in there. And the cool thing about this is you can skip it when you put the medallion in and it does its little animation. So we only need one more. And that's basically what our job is right now. So we're going to use the spade key because now we can discard it after this, which will also save us some. Alright, we'll go through here. So like I said, most of the enemies I just run past. I only really worry about them when I absolutely have to. But here we are going in here for the rocket launcher because this is something we need. And like, the pistol is mainly one of the weapons you need, but I really do feel like the grenade launcher helps out quite a bit, especially during boss battles. Pistol really helps out for the majority of the game. But the grenade launcher is just so good. I'm trying to shoot him through the wall. I don't think I stunned him wise. So I'm saying sometimes you really need to be sure that you that your headshot actually staggers them, because sometimes they will not react. I think this guy I'm gonna kill. I think a lot of these guys in this area I'm gonna kill because we do have to come back here, and I just don't want them crawling around in case we have to run away from Mr. X, because let's be honest, X gonna give it to us. You run through here, and I believe there's some, yes, there is some flame rounds. Now, this code, if you need to, is cap, and I don't remember what it gives to you. I think, I'm gonna check it. What does it give? It gives more flame rounds, which we really need. All right, so go ahead and use this here. Beautiful. And we are coming up to our first liquor. The liquors aren't, I think there's also ammo. Yes, there's gunpowder. Okay, so our liquor here, and there's more flame rounds right here. All you want to do is just shoot him and then unload on him with the pistol. So as you can see, I just shot him, but he didn't really take as much damage as I want. So all you do, so I'm just going to unload on him with the pistol. The aim assist will help out a little. He's probably not dead. He's dead now. So usually one grenade launcher will usually do the trick. Sometimes it doesn't, so just be careful. Again, you can make some mistakes. There's some more flame rounds right here. Again, you can make some mistakes because, you know, you do get health back. That's why we are playing on assisted, to help us, considering that we can't heal. So now we got the battery, and we also made some acid rounds, as you can see. I will be making a lot of acid rounds. And now we are going to be basically going to get what this battery goes into, which will give us the head that we need to progress through the game. Which actually we do need to go this way. Almost made a mistake there. So yeah, we're doing pretty well so far. I will do a step count here pretty soon, and we'll see how many steps we're up to, but we should be doing just fine. And again, I don't pick up a lot of items. Like, I don't pick up any health items because, you know, if you have them in your inventory, there could be the mistake of accidentally using one and it being like, oh great, now I have to reload my last save. We will also be making saves too at pivotal moments. I will probably make it right before the first boss fight coming up here. I don't think he comes alive. Is someone still alive? I like how they say some of the enemies have weaker health. You can unload all 15 bullets and they'll still be alive. So don't be afraid to go ham. You can shoot as much as you like, and it's not going to... Oops, sorry. But again, as I was saying, you can shoot as much as you like. It's not going to impact you in any way, shape, or form in your total, like, grading. And we're going to shoot this guy a couple of times. Yeah, exactly. Alright, and then that should be it for this area. Hopefully there's no more enemies. We don't need to worry about her, because after this, we don't come down this area anymore. Alright, so we are going to use this, and we should be able to discard this now. Yes, we can. Alright, so we need this, and I believe there's a defensive item right here. Beautiful. And I think that's it. Alright, now we're going to go put the bomb in and get the last medallion, and then we'll be on to our first boss. So yeah. If you know what to do in this game, when to do it, and how to do it in the right way, this game is fairly simple to breeze through. As you can see, the first step to getting out of the RPD is collecting 3 medallions, and then afterwards you have to do a couple more things, like to get a parking pass, but those are fairly simple. I would say just play the game enough to be you know, used to it, where items are and what you need to do, and the game just gets easier from there. Alright, so here we're going to combine these two. It's going to give us our C4 bomb, and we are going to put that there. Now what I like to do is I like to come over here and stand right between this, because if you do this right, when the bomb goes off, this won't fall and you won't have to pick it up. As seen right there. There is a liquor here, but I don't think he comes out until after you get what's in the statue. So let's see. For the maiden, we need the lady, the bow, and the serpent. So let's go ahead and do that. The lady, bow, serpent. And we have our last medallion, just like that. Okay, so there is going to be a liquor here. I just shoot him head on, and he's just soaking in that fire. And like I said, see, one shell will typically kill them, and I think it's the shells where they're on the ground because they just soak in there in the fire. And even though I still did that strat to stop the case from falling over, it still fell over, which is really interesting. It usually doesn't do that. At least I don't think it does. I may be wrong. But, yep. Now we are on our way. We're going to go down this ladder. Make sure the zombies aren't... Oh, he's right there. Well, they're both right there, so I'm going to go down the stairs. This is why I kill these enemies in this room, because... And I try to do the puzzle as soon as possible, get it set up to be done, because when Mr. X comes, just everything just gets worse and worse. We got a nice headshot on her. Sometimes aim assist, it does really help, but sometimes I feel like it doesn't help, because there are some times where it just feels like it's fighting what you want it to do, and it doesn't really quite go where you want it to go, the shot. Alright, so we're going to go down here. And we are going to put the last medallion in, and we are going to make our way to the first boss fight. So, put the last medallion in, skip that, go down here. There will be a cutscene, we'll skip that. And there should be some flame rounds for us right here. Beautiful. We're going to make, we are going to make another box dump. We're going to get rid of that. Actually, I'm going to take that out. Take that out. I'm going to make more acid rounds. There we go. And here we will make our first save. So, and I didn't save it where I wanted to, but it doesn't matter. So saving does not impact your grade. I have heard that it is possible to get an S+. I have personally not gotten any S+, but I don't know if there's any truth in that. So, the highest I've ever gotten is an S. There is a grenade down there to the right, but we're not going to get it. We shouldn't need it. This boss fight is fairly simple if done correctly. And this is where I will show you where aim assist comes really... it makes boss fights really easy, because it's going to target their weak point. And for G, Birkin, his weak point is always the eye. So, and she can't quite lift that. We're going to skip. And here's our boss fight. So first I shoot him with a grenade, and I just wail on him with a pistol. I think this is in response to him opening up his eye. Alright, so there the eye is visible. I'm going to run away and open my grenade launcher and reload. We're going to stand right here, and we are just going to... As you can see, the aim assist kind of... There it goes. It's starting to target his... and he's already stunned. And you just let the aim assist just take over. Just literally hit the fire button. The aim assist will just keep hitting that eye, which is really going to make this... So I'm going to run away because I don't want to get hit. I'm going to shoot him with another... Oh. Just keep wailing on him. And he's stunned again. I'm going to reload. Just keep going. And that's the boss fight. This is the first boss fight of the game, and it was very easy. So that's just one of the ways how aim assist comes in handy. As I told you, it'll just literally target his eye, and you just go ham on it. And some of the main enemies that will fight, the G's in the sewers and the other Birkin fights, the aim assist makes it almost ridiculous how easy these boss fights are, because it literally just targets their weak points and just makes it a joke. So I'm going to try at some points to not take steps, just to not add to my steps counter. So I'm just going to wait for that to get as close as possible so we can just run for it.
What's your mom like?
So now we're going to be going into under RPD, like with the jail and the parking and all that good stuff. And if you look into this locker here to your right, there's a hip pouch for more stuff. I am also going to make a save, because in the event that we do die, and we're good on inventory, in the event that we do die, I don't want to have to do a lot of stuff over again, so I make a manual save whenever I feel like it, whenever I feel like it's coming up to a part where I can be in jeopardy of losing my progress. So you go up here, and you don't have a parking permit, and this starts a cutscene which has to do with Sherry Birkin, and we will get to that a little bit later, but what we want to do... So you want to go in here. So when you go here and you go to the right, there will be a licker on the wall, but he'll run away. So you don't have to shoot him. You can if you want to, but when you go through this door, there will be a licker. Okay, he's dead. And another licker is kind of fighting for his life. He's right there. He just ran away. I'm not really sure why. he's dead as well. So that was actually a really good way to deal with both lickers. It's best to shoot them when they're on the ground, because after hitting them upon impact, that fire will just continue just hurting them while they're standing in it, and it's almost a guaranteed one will kill them. The only time it's not is if you shoot them on a wall and they fall off, and then they will most likely recover quickly and they'll come after you. So there's the diamond key. This zombie will kind of get up, but if you just shoot him, you can just run through the door now. And there will be one more licker on the way back that we will have to deal with. And then we'll be good for a while. Yeah, so just make sure you hit the ground. I think, what is this? I'm going to take that because this one's actually on the ceiling. Okay, he's still right there. Alright, I don't mind wasting flame rounds to kill the enemy. I think I ran into the fire, hurt myself a little, but it's okay. There we go. See, that one was on the ceiling, so that one didn't kill him right away. Now we are going to go into the gun range because there is some flame rounds. Don't worry about what's in that box. You do get a key, but that key gives you a handgun. But of course, that handgun doesn't have unlimited ammo, so we're not going to be using it. Make sure you grab this. Actually, God, that's not even worth grabbing. Ugh, that's a mistake on my part. I thought it was ammo or gunpowder, and it's not. And then we have some zombies coming in, so I'm going to let them come in rather than risk putting myself in harm's way. I'm just going to shoot them a couple of times. Hopefully you get them to drop here. Okay, aim assist isn't always working with me. Okay, she's down for the count, and he's down for the count. Let's go get those flame rounds. There are some flame rounds in here. Now, you can make acid rounds, but you cannot make flame rounds. Yeah, I'm not really sure why that is. I thought maybe there would be a way, because in classic Resident Evil games, there was a way to make any kind of ammo type that you wanted, but you can only make the acid rounds. So, yeah. But the acid rounds are pretty good anyways, and I make them frequently, as you can see. Every chance I get, I make them.
Must be where that guy came from.
Alright, so now we're in this section. We are going to be going back up into the RPD. Use the diamond key here. In this section that I'm currently doing right now, and I think there's something in here. This is the stock, so make sure that you get this for the grenade launcher, because it makes it better. And then there's also some white gunpowder here. Now, for whatever you do, for like this run, if you're going to follow it the way I'm doing, do not mix two whites. It gives you submachine gun ammo, and since I don't use the submachine gun ammo, it would be a waste. But as I was saying, this part that we're currently in right now only pertains to Claire. Leon does not get to go into the chief's office. He does not get to get the heart key. And he does not get to interact with Sherry Birkin. So all this section right here that I've been doing from the elevator on, that's all Claire. Leon does not get access to that. So you want to go back here. This is going to show us the parking pass. And we're also going to grab that. See, we got some good white powder. So there's the parking pass. In order to get it, we need the two electrical circuits so that we can do that puzzle and we can get in there and get it. And here is the heart key. So we'll go ahead and examine that. So as I was saying, Claire gets access to the heart key. Leon does not. Leon, however, gets access to the club key, which is in the boiler room, but that area is closed off to Claire. So they both get different things for the most part. All right, so we're going to put this away. We are going to keep the key. We're going to put that away because I don't think I have, no. So we're just going to put, and I think that's good. And then we are going to go. Oh, well, I kind of have to use the heart key there. Okay, so now we're going to go upstairs. And now we are going to go get the two electrical components that we need to get the parking pass. Leon has to do the same in his playthrough, but he just has to do it a little bit differently. It's for him going into the jail, but we don't have to deal with that. So when you go in here, get these flame rounds, and there'll be a zombie right here. Just take him out. And there's the other zombie right there. You can take him out too if you'd like. I generally take out as many enemies as I can to make it easier. Use the heart key to get in here. And this is where one of the parts is. I'm not going to get the knife because I don't feel that we need it. But we do need this. There we go. Now we're going to go this way, and we're basically done with that room. And you're going to want to go out on the balcony, and there's a blue herb there, but we're not using herbs or medicinal things, so we're not going to grab it. And now we are going to run into our favorite dude, Mr. X. But not quite yet. We're on the way there. Now you have to go down here to turn this valve to, you know, set off the fire that's blocking the route. Yeah, 3 headshots and she's down, and then we don't really need to worry about him right now. He might be behind me when I turn around, so I might have to pop him a couple times. Actually, he's not paying any attention, so we're just going to go do a quick reload. And Mr. X is very easy to avoid. One thing that I found out that if you even walk and Mr. X is behind you, he won't hit you. Like, if you walk at a snail's pace like this and he's behind you, he won't even hit you. It's very interesting how that works. Right here, so all I do is I shoot him with a grenade blast, and then I pop him in the head a couple times. Okay, he's usually down. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that was kind of a close call. He never usually gets to me that quickly. But yeah, so like right now, if he were chasing me and I were to walk, as long as you don't stop, not only will he not catch you, but he won't even hit you. It's quite interesting. We're going to go through here again. Right now, we're just trying to make our way to the main hall. Go through there. Okay. So now what we want to do is, do I need to make an item drop off? I will, just for the sake, because I just want to make sure. We're going to drop that off because we don't need that quite yet. And what you're going to want to do is go through here. Now, there will be a liquor in this hall, so be very careful. Okay. Thank you. We actually went the wrong way. I apologize. Mr. X is probably going to find us right now. There he is.
Why won't he just stay down?
So I'm going to throw this because we actually need to get by him. And he actually just hit me, which like never happens. But we're fine. Can't believe I went the wrong way. But we want to go through this way. Use the heart key. Make sure you grab this. Make sure you grab this. He's probably going to come through here, but that's completely okay. Because now we're going to head to the bookcase area. And, yeah. We're going to move the bookcases around now that we have that lever. I believe he's coming through here. There he is. That's fine. I don't care if he follows us. If I didn't go the wrong way in the first place, I mean, this wouldn't have been a problem. Just trying to avoid as many enemies as possible. Alright, so now we're going to go, like I said, to the bookcase area. Marvin is a zombie now, unfortunately. Poor Marvin. But we're not going to put him out of his misery. And as soon as you get in here, just put... If you did what I did earlier, just put the lever where it goes. And go to the far left bookcase. And just move it. And you should be done. There we go. And this is why I moved them already to make that move easier and destroyed all the enemies in the event that Mr. X did come in here. But now, see, we can go across and we can get the last electrical part. There are a couple zombies up here, but they are pretty easy to avoid. And if they do cause you trouble, just pop them in the head. There is one right here, so be careful. Just shoot him in the head. put the double gear there. You can't skip this part. You have to watch it, unfortunately. Like I said, there are some unskippable scenes, but you'll want to grab it back. And we'll make our way over here. Don't worry about that yet. Go up the stairs. And we'll grab the small gear from inside here. And we'll put the large gear into there. And then you'll basically take the small gear and you'll put it in the exact device that you ran past downstairs. So this is not a very hard puzzle, as you can see. Excuse me. There we go. And this will give us our last electrical piece, which will basically allow us to get the parking pass and get out of the RPD. Grab this box. Now all we're going to do is check to see if Mr. X is out here. Oh, he is. So I'm going to go in here. And we need to wait for him to leave, unfortunately. So it becomes kind of a waiting game. I don't really want to run into him. There he is. I'll just stun him. Might as well. I was like, well, if he's not going to work with me and get out of the way, then I will just stun you. And then we will unlock this door, which will give us a shortcut basically to get back to where we need to go. Run through the door. Yeah, that zombie's not really a threat to us. Don't need to go on the balcony because we're basically done. We have both things that we need. And now we are going to be transitioning into Sherry's part. And Sherry's part is also very easy if you know exactly what to do. And as I said, just follow what I do and you should be okay. So we're going to grab our electrical part that we need. Go through this door. And you'll need to examine both the boxes to get the piece out. But yeah, and there are two of them. Leon will have to get two as well, but he does his puzzle in the jail, which Claire does not have to deal with. So we'll put both of these in here. Let's see if I remember how to do this puzzle right. Remember that. No, I think it goes like that. It goes like that. And then there we go. Easy peasy. Took a little bit longer than I wanted. It's fairly simple, but then you grab the parking pass and then there'll be a cutscene, and this is the police chief basically contacting Claire, and you see him contacting her. Now we're in Sherry's part. So what you'll want to do to escape the bedroom is grab that doll and not combine. I'm wasting time. And you'll want to turn the doll around and you'll want to examine it to get a block out from it. And then you'll walk over here and you'll do this puzzle. There we go. You take the scissors and you will go over here and you will cut this little cardboard thing out of the wall. Now there is a trophy if you do this under 60 seconds getting out of here. That puzzle is fairly simple. All I do is I take that block, put it into the open block, and I take the second from the left, move it into the first slot, and I take the third from the left and move it into the second slot. And just to line up all the pieces, and you should be good. For the A run, I think that's what it is. For B run, I'm not sure if it's different. But, yeah, fairly simple puzzle. But as you can see, we did get a pop-up for a trophy of getting out of the bedroom in 60 seconds. And Sherry's part is mainly stealth. You're just trying to get out of the orphanage or stall enough time so that Claire can get to her. And you can crouch as Sherry. This part's not too difficult. It's just basically a hide-and-seek game. And I will show you the best way to get it done. When I first played this part was a little bit kind of little suspenseful because there are parts where you get chased by the police chief, Irons, and I thought there were a couple times he was going to catch me, and I was like, geez. This part did have me going a little bit. I am going to make a save here as Sherry, just in case you get caught, because if you do get caught by police chief Irons, you it's basically like dying. So here you try to grab the key, it doesn't work. And immediately skip the cutscene and start running back down the hall because he's coming after you right now, as the dialogue clearly says. You want to go up the stairs.
Help! Somebody, please!
You stupid bitch, that's a dead end!
That's just the appropriate way to talk to a child. So what you want to do is you'll want to come hide right here. And he's going to come in here and he's going to lock the door. And you're going to have to go around him like a couple of times using this piece of furniture. Or at least this is the piece of furniture I use. But he telegraphs where he's going to go. So just follow what I do and you should be okay.
It's all over now! Door's locked!
As I stated. He's going to start throwing stuff now out of anger. Yep. Exactly.
Where are you? Show yourself! I know you're in
And
here.
wherever he goes, just
Longer it takes me
stay
to find
crouched
you,
and just
the
move.
worse
He's
it's
not
gonna
going to
be.
see you unless you're... And, like, he won't see you unless you're blatantly standing out in the open and his flashlight's on you. But even if a part of his flashlight touches you, you'll be fine. You won't get caught, so don't be afraid if you're, like, sticking out just a little bit like this. I mean, he has to full-on see you. He's going to come back, and he does one more swoop, kind of in an interesting way. It's kind of like tries to psych you out, but it's not going to work for us. Another thing, I know we skipped the cutscene. In this cutscene, when she's trying to grab the key, he catches her, and she throws poison on his face. So he's obviously not liking that right now. So he's going to do this weird check thing. And what you want to do is you'll just want to go to this side. See, his flashlight was clearly over the furniture, and it didn't even register as, like, seeing me. That's what I'm saying. You have to be, like, out in the open. So now we're basically done, because from here, he's going to get to the point where he's going to go wash his face in the bathroom.
Show yourself!
And we're going to take his key, and we are going to get away from him, so-called.
Oh, fuck! It burns!
He goes to the bathroom. I'm going to skip this cutscene. And you don't have to crouch for this part. So all I do is I just run, grab the key, and I just haul ass. I don't crouch anymore. I don't do any of that. Grab the key, and I do a quick turn, and I'm gone.
Fuck is my key? I see you.
So you will have to use the key a couple of times. Now, I don't know on this part if you have to try the door or if you can skip it, but I just do it just because. But it obviously doesn't unlock.
Nice try, Sherry.
Yeah, and on this part freaked me out because if you saw him up there, he starts yeeting himself down the stairs like at like full speed. It's ridiculous. On that part, I thought for sure he was going to catch me. I'm like, dude, this dude is hauling ass. And he just literally comes in with an axe.
Get over here, bitch.
And that's basically Sherry's part. You just have to do all of that to basically avoid him and stall. And then now we are going right back to Claire. Okay. Sometimes the pause button doesn't want to work with me. All right.
Just you wait, asshole.
So now the part that I'm about to do with Claire, putting the card in the parking machine and getting past there and going to the orphanage. This is all Claire's part. Leon does not get to deal with this. But we're going to put both these keys away because you're not going to use them again. And we are going to go down the elevator. And we are going to make our way to the orphanage to go save Sherry from Police Chief Irons. So some of what happened in the cutscene. So basically he calls her because he can see her. And he makes a deal with her to come to the orphanage and bring Sherry's pendant. And so that is exactly what we're doing right now. But Claire has no idea what just happened in the orphanage and Sherry's part. So, okay, so key thing here. Once you put this key card in, if you turn to the right, you'll see our buddy Mr. X is coming for us. So just shoot him in the head a couple times. Okay, he's stunned, which is fine. Yeah, that part freaked me out the first time too, is because he just comes out of nowhere when you put the parking card in there, and I was just like, whoa. But he's stunned. He's not going to chase us. If you don't stun him, he will follow you up here. You need to go to this gate area where these zombies are. He will not follow you through that point once you get past there. These zombies will fall. And I just use a flame shot here, because I don't really care to waste the ammo. There you go. And then we will make our way to the orphanage.
Looks like the only way forward.
Yep, only way is forward. And now you will have to deal with dogs as Claire. But the dogs are fairly easy in this game. They usually take about 3 to 4 shots depending on where you shoot them. And once they go down, like they're down. They don't get back up like in other Resident Evil games. There's a girl here. We're just gonna shoot her right in the head, stun her. But the dogs are fairly easy in this game. I was see, like even one shot right there. Before coming into this game, I was wondering how they were going to handle the dogs. In the original Resident Evil, when you shot them, they just went to the ground. And but in this one, they're fairly simple. Like, once they're down, they're down. But in the regular Resident Evil, when you shot them, you would have to shoot them when they got off the ground multiple times. But obviously, he's down. You will deal with one zombie when you get to the bus, but this part is majority dogs. There's going to be a couple dogs over here by the fence. You can shoot them through the fence, so I highly suggest just doing it. Because if you take too long, they'll either wait for you out there, or they will do exactly what he's doing, which is climb over. And I actually got hit. Yikes. But it's okay, because we will regenerate that lost health. There's also a dog through here. You can just plainly shoot him now. And he is done. And there's one more dog to deal with, and there is one more zombie. The zombie's in the bus. The dog you will hear as soon as you come in here. I shoot him a couple of times. And the dog's right here. What I think you have to do is run forward. And then he comes out. Or he should. There he is. Ooh. There you go. Dog's done. That was a nice shot. And then I might shoot this guy. I don't know what he's doing. That was interesting what he was doing. He was like leaning over. And here we are at the orphanage.
It's gotta be the orphanage.
So everything that you just saw, you know, the dogs and the basketball court and the orphanage, Leon does not do this part. Leon has to do separate things such as the jail and playing as Ada's part in the sewers. So that's the interesting thing about this game is there's 2 different characters and they have an A scenario and a B scenario. Alright, now we're playing Claire A. And Chief Irons will interact with Claire here. He basically got injected by Birkin with a G embryo, and the G embryo killed him. So he's dead. We don't have to worry about him no more. If you go down this ladder, we will run into Sherry, and we'll also get a visit from our old friend, Mr. X.
Sherry, where are you? Claire, Sherry, I'll be right there.
And that is our friend. Yep.
Go, go, go!
And interesting enough, in Claire's campaign, this is the part where the tyrant, Mr. X, gets killed by Birkin. So she doesn't even have to deal with the tyrant anymore, unlike Leon. So we're going to go ahead and skip that, because right there is the cutscene where basically Birkin kills Mr. X, and then we lose Sherry again, because Claire gets knocked out. And we're going to go in here, and I believe this is ammo for a gun we're not going to use, so it's okay. So we're going to get rid of that. I'm going to see if I have any... I do not. Okay, that's fine. I don't think there's anything else. We are going to make a save. But yeah. So there's technically 4 playthroughs of this game. Sorry, as my ESPN app goes off. There's technically 4 playthroughs of this game. If you guys are interested in me playing any of these campaigns, playthroughs on any difficulty, or showing you where like all the items are and how to get them all, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I will do runs of certain weapons on difficulties, S ranks, whatever you guys want, let me know. I have no problem running these games over. I have no problem doing a full playthrough either, showing you where all the items are, collectibles, all the upgradables for weapons and stuff like that. So I ran this game tons of times, and I just continue running it, and it's just so much fun. So I would love to do something for you guys like that if you'd let me. So there are a couple zombies when you come through here. We just want these flame rounds, really. Shoot this guy in the head. There is a locker code right there, and the locker code is SCF, but it has submachine gun ammo in there, and we're not using the submachine gun, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Right there.
Alright, we are actually not going to do anything like that, because we don't have anything. We're going to grab this map, and we're going to pull this lever. So now we're out of the RPD. We are in the sewers now. And the sewers is kind of an annoying place in regular mode if you're not playing in assisted. Sometimes it's still annoying playing in assisted. This is a relatively short part, but it is a very annoying part because you're going to have to deal with these G embryos. And these things, they just suck. They'll grab you and they have these attacks, and their hitboxes are so huge. But if they grab you and you don't have a defensive weapon, they'll basically essentially spit up poison all over you, and then you have to find a blue herb and try not to die. And it's just a pain in the butt. But I will show you a pretty good way to defeat them without worrying about getting poisoned. So there are a couple of zombies down here, so we're just going to take them out because we will have to run through this section a couple of times. And as you can see, I just go ham with the pistol. I do not care. I don't know if he's dead. I guess he is dead. Alright. So basically our objective now is to use this tool, or T-handle, to open up these doors. And with that, we are going to go get some plugs, because we need the plugs to access a door so that we can go save Sherry. And that will eventually lead us to the last place, which is the lab. And this is one of the most frustrating areas I'm talking about, specifically in the sewers, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So make sure you grab this key. We won't even use it, but I still grab it anyways, not really sure why. So you will deal with adult Gs down here. I'll show you the best way to deal with them. You will deal with one when you jump down right here. You'll see him, he's right there, you can shoot him, but he will pop out over here. But what I do is I use a flame round, and then with the targeting on my pistol, you want to shoot that eye where he's shooting, where she is shooting, or the aim assist is shooting, and we killed it. So the aim assist also, like I said earlier, helps out a lot with these guys because it'll target their eye, and it'll absolutely just wreck them. Sometimes the eye won't always be visible. You'll have to shoot their pod on the right side, which I am currently shooting. You can't really see it well. Now you can. And the more you shoot it, the yellower it gets. But it's essentially their weak point. Now, if he does spit these guys up, just shoot them in the water. They're fairly simple to kill. But as you can see, we're shooting that pod to reveal the eye. And then once you kill that eye, they're dead. But you absolutely, at all costs, do not want to get grabbed by these guys, because if they grab you and you don't have a defensive weapon, you're going to get poisoned, and poisoning slows you down, you cough all the time, it's just terrible. But with the unlimited pistol and the assisted aim, very easy to kill them. Just shoot that eye, shoot them with a grenade launcher round first, and then just unload on them with the gun. The aim assist will help you, and you'll be good to go. So here, this is a little bit of a puzzle, not too hard. Grab the queen plug from there, and then you'll want to put the queen plug right into here. And then we'll go up the stairs. A zombie will fall down here, but we will deal with him in a little bit. You grab the king plug from right here, and you'll jump down, and now you'll deal with the zombie, if my aim can deal with it. Okay. Just all depends. Okay. Now, we are going to grab the spark shot weapon. I don't really use it that much, but we're going to grab it anyways. Yes, yes, yes. All right, turn around. Open this door. And you'll do a 180 turn. And you'll want to grab the king. And you'll want to grab the queen. At first, I was always curious how this puzzle worked out and how you did this, but after running it so many times, it becomes very easy. You'll want to put the king right here. So these are two of the chess pieces we need. The other one we need is the rook, which is way easier to get. So grab the queen now. And now, as you can see, we're going to grab the king and we're going to be locked in here, but that's fine because that's where we need to go. And we are actually full on inventory slots, which is fine. And now we can get out of here. So this is probably the hardest part in the sewers, and we just did it. This is probably the hardest part other than the Birkin fight, which might be a hit or miss for us. We'll have to see how it goes. Now, there is a G. I'm going to get in the water. Okay, now I'm going to get out of the water because he spit embryos. And just continue to shoot his eye. He will probably sink into the water if we don't kill him fast enough. Gotta reload. Have no idea what he's doing. There it is. And he's dead. So as long as you keep a safe distance from him, and with that aim assist, you just unload on him, they're fairly easy to kill. Don't go that way. Go this way. This is a faster way out of here. You go up here. There is some submachine gun ammo down here, but I already missed it, and I'm not going to go out of my way to go get it for a gun we don't have. One does pop up here, a G. We'll just get up here, and you're safe. You can shoot his eye, but eventually he's going to go into the water, so we can just run right past him, as he does right now. And there we go. And now that section is done. Now we want to go this way. So we're going to backtrack a little bit. Now, we're going to go to the area where I killed those zombies earlier. The zombie that I didn't kill on the ground, he will be up now, and he's right to your left, so be careful right here. As here he is. Sometimes some zombies do come back in this area. Yeah, as he does too, because we killed him earlier. Okay, they're both dealt with, so we're good. You'll come over here, and you'll pull this lever. We'll jump into the water, and we have another G to deal with. If I grab this grenade, the grenades will help out during the Birkin fight too. So same game plan. He's going to come out of this hole in the wall right here. But you're just going to want to, again, unload on him with the grenade launcher. And then just open fire. And just don't stop shooting. Unless you have to reload. Yeah. And if he's... No, and there we go. And that should be the last G that we have to deal with. Don't think we have to deal with another one. Alright, and then you'll use the T-bar to go ahead and open up this. And we're going to get some more item patch upgrades. I hope you guys are enjoying the run so far, and I hope I haven't messed up too much. Tried did a perfect run, but I knew I was prone to making some mistakes. Alright, so in here, you are going to get the hip pouch, which is awesome. Getting some more inventory space. This guy does come alive usually, but I just one-tapped him, so he's not coming back. Go through this door, and you will have to deal with some zombies, but again, just headshot them. You will be fine. Let that aim assist just guide you. Let the aim assist take the wheel. Now here's the rook plug. Just take that out. We don't need to go over there. I'm going to make sure that these guys are dead. Because I do have to go this way, and I just don't want to take any chances. So yeah. You can go that way with the key, and I think you get like ammo or something for a weapon, and as I just got grabbed when I just said I didn't want that to happen. That's a very avoidable mistake. That sucks. Anyways, you can use the key on those two doors, but we're not going to. One of those doors will lead you back to the Raccoon Police Department, but we're not going to go back there. And actually, I misspoke. We do have one more G to deal with, and he's in here. And I really hate that I got bit by that zombie because it was a very avoidable thing to do. There we go. Yep, so I'm still on caution, which sucks. Basically, now that I have all 3 plugs, we're going to be getting up to our next boss fight, which is G Stage 2, I believe. And this boss fight can be hard and it can be easy. And what I mean by that is it really depends on how you react to his attacks. His attacks are telegraphed. Sometimes I react well to them and sometimes I do not. I might die during this boss fight, which is why we are going to make a save. Hopefully I don't, because I would really like this to be a perfect run. But we will just have to see what happens. Now that I'm on caution, it just sucks a little bit. But yeah, we are coming up to our next boss fight, and now this guy's up. So let me cap him real quick. Should be no one else. We're good. So in this next boss fight, you basically need to weaken Birkin enough to use the crane to knock him off of the platform. So some people say you need to knock him down this many times or that many times. I don't really know what the correct answer is. But here's this plug part. So here's what you want to do. You want to take this plug out, the bishop. In this slot, you want to put the king. Right next to the king, you want to put the queen. Over here, you want to put the bishop. You want to take the knight out of this slot and put him into here. And you want to put the rook right there. And that is that puzzle. Now, this puzzle changes from A to B scenario as well as some things do. Now, we're going to make a box thing. We're going to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of that. I'm going to bring the spark shot. Do we have anything? I don't have anything to make more acid rounds. Hopefully, we'll be okay. And I'm going to make a manual save because I feel like now on fine, I'd probably be fine. But on caution, I'm not really sure. We could die here. And if I die, I do apologize. I didn't expect to die, nor do I want to die during this run. But this is why we make manual saves. So we got everything we need for this boss fight. For this, you simply just want to put these 2 up and then that one up. And then it'll show you that you activated the power. And then when you try to go for the door, that is when Birkin intervenes. Just like that. Now, I run around because if you stay in one spot, you're going to get hit. Although this is a run where you're not supposed to take steps, but it happens. I'm actually going to check our steps. If you want to check your steps, go to records. And then, okay, yes, get out of that. Right now, we're only at 68, 59, so we're good. So I can avoid to run around. Because on this part, you don't want to stand still because he can hit you. And believe it or not, he can hurt you. And because I'm already on caution, I don't want to get hit. Now I'm hoping I can do this part very well. That didn't do damage to me. So I'll still be fine. Alright, he is on the ground now. Now he's gonna rip through this door. As soon as he rips through this door, you can get right by him. Like so. And all you'll want to do is haul ass to the crane. Now again, the crane is how you beat him. So you want to activate the crane as soon as possible. And he is coming after me hard. Okay. So as soon as you get down here, run to the crane and press the button. You can pick up some of this stuff right here. Take out your grenade launcher and shoot him. Yikes. That's not what we want. Okay. This is going terribly. Yeah, we might die. That didn't hit me, but okay, he's down, but he's not down like dead down. So what I might do here is throw some grenades because I really need to avoid him at all costs here. Otherwise, we're going to have to do this again, unfortunately. So I'm going to throw a grenade. And I want to start the crane, but I don't think he's going to die. He probably won't die. Nope. He is completely fine. And we probably just messed up. Although he is down again, so...
Time for an encore.
Yikes. Oh yeah, I messed up big time. Yikes, this is a rip. I need to activate this as soon as possible. I don't want him to take a knee there. It's the last place I want him to take a knee. If I die, I do apologize. This is by far one of the worst ones I've done. Okay, that's not what I want. Okay, we might be good, which is really surprising. I barely got out of that. And we beat him. So I didn't die, which I'm glad about, because if I died, I would have been very embarrassed. We are on danger, though, so we really need to be careful, because any hit is going to kill us, but I would rather die to a regular enemy than die to a boss fight. So, but we are on caution now, so we should be fine. But the other boss fights that we have to deal with won't be nearly as hard as that. And you'll see on the next G that we face, Birkin, Stage 3, I will have so many acid rounds that I'm just going to shoot him with them, and they stun him every time. So that was probably the last boss fight we have to deal with. So I'm just glad I didn't die. And that fight usually goes better for me, but just that time just really wasn't up for it apparently. But I'm glad I didn't die. So now we are going to go into the last section of the game. Sherry has a wristband on her, which is going to allow us to get into this cable car to travel to Nest, which is the Umbrella headquarters. And again, with the sewers, the Umbrella headquarters gives you a new enemy, but it's fairly simple to get past at the same time. Sorry, I did not mean to pause. So you'll want to press this, or you'll want to pull the lever, and we will go down to Nest. I'm out of acid rounds, but that's totally okay. We're going to get a bunch of grenade rounds here coming up. You'll get another cutscene here, which we can skip. And we are going to carry Sherry into Nest. Yeah, as I was saying, this is kind of like the sewers where it introduces like a new enemy type. They're called IVs. They're like these plant enemies, and they are very dangerous. You do not want to get grabbed by them, because if you don't have a defensive item, they can kill you fairly easy. But this part can go by pretty quickly if you know exactly what to do. If you know the passwords and the puzzle combinations, you can breeze right through this part. So we're going to wait for these to open up. And while we do that, we'll check our steps. We're below 8,000, so we're going to be completely fine. We'll run through here. And we're going to go take Sherry into the rest area over here. Cutscene, we're going to skip that. And she gives us our ID bracelet, which we need. And if you look over here, you'll see some flame rounds, which we desperately need. We're going to reload our grenade launcher. And we're going to go through here. We're on caution, so we should be fine. We shouldn't be taking any more damage from any more enemies in the game. Now, there are some zombies in here, so I just clear this section out as best as I can. This zombie will get up. So I just opened fire on her. As you can see, she didn't really like that as much. I shoot her. Okay. He's still alive.
Oh no!
It's okay, Claire. Okay. Alright. And then this guy over here gets up, but you can just literally run right past him. Now, in this section, you are going to get a lot of gunpowder, and with all this gunpowder, I'm going to make acid rounds. And you'll see by like the time we get to the last boss fight or the second last boss fight, I'm going to have like 30 or 40 something rounds of acid rounds for the grenade launcher. Can't pick this knife up. We don't really need it, but it gives us a defensive item. There is a dude here. He's right there.
You asshole.
So I just take him out. He's done. And in here, you will get some more flame rounds, which you need. And you'll also get an upgrade for the spark shot, which I'm going to put on the weapon. Doesn't take up any space. So I just do it. And then there's nothing in there. And then you want this. And you'll want to combine this, because that'll give us level 2 access, which we need. And I'm just going to make sure he's dead. He's not. That's exactly why we check. And, well, he's most certainly dead now. And hopefully all the zombies in here... Oh, they are not. Have fun with that. And we will not be coming back to this section. If you do come back at a later date when you have an item, you can access the power and you can get more pouches for like item management, but I just don't do it because it's a waste of steps and it's a waste of time. And it's not necessary. I just did some unnecessary steps right there, but we're going to get below 14,000, so we're going to be fine. So now we're going to be going over into the east area, and those enemies that I told you about, the IVs, are in this area. And the IVs are pretty easy to deal with this auto aim. Again, as I bring this up, you'll be able to hit their glowing orange weak spots, and once you do that, they're basically rendered useless. You can, after killing their orange spots on them, you can shoot them with a flame round and kill them permanently. I probably will not do that because I want to save the flame rounds. But we're going to go over here, and we are going to get this gunpowder. We're going to turn around, and now we're going to make some acid rounds. So I'm going to take out 2 white canisters, and I'm going to combine one with one, and I'm going to combine the large with that. And there we go. And we just made some flame rounds. Now, I'm going to get rid of one of the knives because we don't need that many knives, and I'm going to make a manual save. And now we're going to go in this room. We are almost the end of the game. So there's our level 3 bracelet we need, but we have to destroy plant 43 before we can do so. And you will have to deal with one of the IVs right here. So you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Grab this, and he's going to get up right here. Now you can see there's orange spots on him as I just hit one. Whenever you hit one, they get stunned. I killed all his orange spots, so he is down for the count. I'll go in here and grab this. And you'll want to grab this because we're going to need the container that comes out of it because it's kind of important. And then we're going to go to this. Oh, we can skip this actually. So take the capsule that comes out. Yep. And you're going to want to go to this machine. Now, you're not going to know these codes unless you look them up, but I know them. So 3, 1, 2, 3 is one of the codes that opens up the access point to get to the bottom level, and then the other code to 2067 allows us to make the chemical to kill plant 43. Now both of those codes are supposed to find out in more exotic ways, but because I know most of the codes and everything to this game, I just enter them and don't have to worry about it. As we go through here, you're going to get to this section. This puzzle is fairly simple too. We're going to fill this with solution. So what you want to do is you want to do red, green, then you want to do blue, red, green, and then you want to do blue, red, green. And that basically allows you to fill it up to the desired point. You can't get the puzzle done if it's too little or over the line, obviously. So if you follow that exact what I just did, you'll fill it up to the right amount. And I think there is some gunpowder in here. I'm going to check. I'm not fairly sure. There is. Awesome. And I'm going to combine just because, why not? Saves inventory slots. And so now we already have 20 acid rounds, which is a crap ton. So this guy right here, just shoot. Just shoot his weak areas to stun him, and we'll go down the ladder. And we're actually going to get more gunpowder down here. You're going to see. Okay, no. Claire wanting to go back up the ladder. Why would you going to go up there? So the map is down here, and also there's another large gunpowder. So we are going to have to deal with some lickers down here as well as zombies. There are 2 lickers. That's why I kept some defensive items on me in the event that they do come out. There's flame rounds right here. So what you want to do is the liquor is going to drop down from this grate right here. And there's the other one. So I'm just going to open fire on him. And the zombies got it behind us as well. So as you can see, I don't mind using the rounds to kill the lickers. And those are the last 2 lickers you have to deal with in the game. Now I just got to get these zombies out of the way. If the auto assist will work for me. I'm just going to take out this guy too, because we do have to come back to this area, and I just don't want to deal with them. And make sure they're dead. Yeah, some of these guys are just straight up bullet sponges. You can just shoot into these guys forever, and they won't die. And you're supposed to shoot the head, but with an unlimited ammo, I just shoot everywhere. I don't know if this guy gets up. No, he doesn't. Alright, so what you want to do after you clear out those zombies and you clear out the lickers is you'll want to go through this door because we don't have power in this area yet. We're working towards getting the instrument that gives us power. There's a zombie right here. Just shoot him a couple times in the head.
Shit.
Alright, proceed up the stairs. There will be another zombie. He drops right there. You might want to just kill him now as well because he is going to get up. I'd rather just kill him. Alright. And then reload, and then you'll have to deal with one more zombie, which will get up from on this other side of the wall. Alright. Now you can unlock this door, but it's not necessary. That just leads you back to the lobby. I'm not going to use it, so it wasn't necessarily worth it. And here we go. More acid rounds. As you can see, I'm well getting up there. I don't think that's ammo we need. You want to grab this tool. And then we're out of here. Now we want to go back down the stairs. Watch out for the zombies if they possibly get up. They will sometimes. See, like he was just waiting for the opportunity. Not today. This one might be up as well. They do tend to get up. Yeah, see? Even though I just poured a bunch of bullets into him. Alright. We're good. And now we'll want to go turn the power on. You'll have to do this a couple times. You'll have to turn the power on in this area, in the next area you go. And if you go back to the first area and you turn on the power, you can get additional pouches. But like I said, we are not going to do that. So you'll want to examine it, and you'll want to go to Murph. And then here you just want to tinker with it until the lines match up. I just kind of just mess with it, honestly. I don't really know if there's a good way to do it. And now we have the power on. Now we're going to go this way. And that trophy that you just saw on the table there, if you look under that trophy, that's where you get the actual password to open the chemical puzzle where you put the solution in there. But I already knew it, so I'm just going to load on her. She takes a lot of bullets. Like, I mean, geez Louise. Thank God for infinite ammo. And she's down for the count.
Welcome back, Dr.
And basically, we're going to take that solution that we made, and we are going to put it into this freezing capsule over here. And it is going to give us our solution to kill Plant 43 and get the level 3 item that we need for our badge to give us clearance into the west area to get the G virus sample. I'm going to grab that. So now we are full on inventory, which is great because we're coming up to an item box. That works perfectly for me. Don't worry about her. We're not coming back to this area anymore. So we are going to go backtrack a little bit, and we're going to go back this way, and you will see that we have access to an item box over here, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of item boxes in this area, the nest area. Oh, perfect. We're just going to go ahead and combine that right now. Okay, it's not really what I wanted to do. Those acid rounds, we're going to do that. So we are going to make a drop off here. We are going to drop off, actually, we're not going to drop off any of this. I'm going to drop off one of the knives, and we are going to make a manual save. Here you can grab the knife, but I'm not going to grab it because we don't really need it at this point. We already dealt with the lickers. We're not going to need a defensive item for them. The zombies we're good for, and we're not going to get messed with the ivies, so we should be fine. So you want to go back up this ladder, or I guess you can go up the other way. You want to go up this ladder. You want to go this way. And now we want to go put the solution into the machine to kill Plant 43 so that we can get the level 3 badge. Just come right back here and just go ahead and use this. And then we will skip the cutscene. Go ahead and skip that. And now we will go grab our level 3 badge. So this killed a lot of the plant, and as you can see, there are ivies here. They're not dead, but they are immobilized. They are going to come alive when you get this and you combine it. So just be careful on the way out. I believe he's up, but I just run right past him. So no worries. There is one in this room, so just go to the left when you get in here. Oh, crap. That's never happened before. Thank God I had that defensive item. I've never gotten grabbed by him before. It's interesting. Just keep going. This one won't grab you. That one in that room has never grabbed me before. That's a first, so good thing I had that knife. And then we are going to go to the west area. And this is basically the end of the game, because all we're going to do in the west area is turn on the power, grab the G antidote for Sherry, fight Birkin stage 3 on the way out, rescue Sherry, end up getting to the train, fighting Birkin G stage 4, and then after that, that is the end of the game. Only in scenario B for Leon and Claire will you have to fight Birkin on the train at the end of the game, and that's essentially stage G5. But you do not have to do that. So if you look right here, there's a grenade. Okay, I didn't want to grab the cassette. Bully for me. All right, this one is OSS. So you'll want to examine. And this one, there it is. Now sometimes it just takes some tinkering, so I just mess around with it and just do all sorts of things. We're also going to do a step check here. Not load game, please. So you're at 9,000, so we're good. We're definitely going to make it. All right, if you want, go ahead and put the cassette in there because we don't need that. Oh, and also go ahead and put this in there. The only thing about this game is unless you use the item completely to the point where you discard it, you cannot, if you don't use an item to its fullest potential, so if you don't use a key for all the doors it's intended to, you can't discard it. So the only way to get rid of it is to throw it in your item box. So just keep that in mind. And here what we're going to do is we are going to grab the G sample, which a cutscene will ensue, which we will skip. And we're going to do a 180, and we are going to go in here, and we are going to get prepared for the final boss fight. We're going to grab that, and then I believe there's a large right here. So as you can see, we're going to be well equipped. Like, what did I say? 40 rounds of acid rounds. I called it around the money. So let's see if we have any other. We do not have any other ammo to do with this white, so I'm going to put it away. You do need the bracelet. I am going to take the spark shot, even though I really don't use it, but we are equipped for this boss fight. So I'm going to make another manual save, and I'm going to load acid rounds, because as you'll see with this boss fight, we have 40 acid rounds. The acid rounds completely immobilize him. They stun him for a good couple of seconds for you to get shots off on him. There will be a cutscene here. We will skip this, and here is Birkin, stage 3. So right now, I'll shoot him with the... And you want to make sure that you reload your weapon quite a bit, especially this, because it just stuns him all the time. You want to get behind him here, and you want to shoot... Well, I kind of messed that one up. My apologies. But yeah, the acid rounds completely just... And then on this part, he's going to let this out. Just shoot this with acid rounds. That's what I do. Yeah, so the acid rounds are completely great against him. He just has no answer for them. And then he's going to spawn more eyes. There we go. Mobilized him. Just going to keep immobilizing him. I'm going to run behind him because I don't want to get trapped in the corner. And then we have the one eye on his left arm. Still shoot. Just waiting to see exactly what he does. Oh, now his eyes are out on the bottom, as you can clearly see. Now I'm just going to unload rounds into him. Just stay far enough away from him as he does this, as you'll be fine. Just keep shooting him. There you go. Keep stunning him. There it is. That is the boss fight for Birkin, stage 3. Literally just destroyed him with acid rounds. Now you'll take the elevator up. He's completely easy. He didn't even get a single hit on me. He didn't even get to do a single swipe. Super easy. Now you can see what I was telling you about all those ammo rounds, or acid rounds before. And here we go. Now we need to go back to Sherry and give her the antidote for what's ailing her. There'll also be a cutscene where her mother is there, Annette, which I know has not been in here completely because I've skipped all the cutscenes. So like I said, if you guys want to see a full run with cutscenes, getting all the items, all the upgrades, all the codes, everything, let me know in the comment section down below and I will make a video on it. And I don't mind doing any of the scenarios, Leon A, Claire A, Leon B, Claire B. I don't mind. So just let me know. I'd be happy to do it for you guys. But we're going to skip this because we are just trying to get done with time. And now we're going to get out of here. And we only have one more boss fight, and it is Birkin stage 4. So he comes back again in Claire's campaign. If you were playing as Leon and you just did that boss fight against Birkin, you wouldn't fight Birkin again. You would fight Tyrant Mr. X. He does not die in Leon's playthrough. So that is Leon's final boss, is Mr. X, and Claire's is Birkin again. So yeah, now we're going to be taking the elevator as the facility around us burns and blows up and all that good stuff. I am going to reload my pistol, and we are going to make one more manual save, and I'm just going to check my item slots to make sure that I'm good. Turns out we have enough space to do exactly what I want, so we are good. So we're basically, like I said, we're at the end of the game. Right now we're just trying to escape. A timer for detonation for the facility blowing up is going to count down here pretty soon. But we're going to make it out well before 10 minutes. I think I'll beat the boss well over 5. So you'll have enough time. And on this part, there are enemies. Just avoid them. Just run past them. There will be some enemies you can't avoid, you can't run past, but I will show you what to do for those sections. You can grab the knife here if you want. I'm not going to because you're not going to need it. And right down here is where we will make our last manual save. I would like to make more acid rounds, but I don't think I have the means to because we have white and we have white and we do not have any more regular gunpowder. So that's okay because you're not really going to use your weapons for this last boss. You're going to get a minigun and that's your primary weapon you're going to use. So here's where the timer starts. You have 10 minutes starting from this point or when this reaches the bottom or whatever. There are ivies on the ground. Just run right past them. Don't worry about them. They won't grab you. You have enough time to just run right by them. And don't worry about Sherry. Sherry's fine. She'll catch up. And another little trick here for when you're trying to go down this ladder, you do not have to wait for Sherry to get to the bottom. As soon as you get to the bottom of this ladder, run to the door and press A, and Sherry will magically just teleport down here. So it'll save you time, couple seconds, all that good stuff. And there's Sherry. So now is the point where Sherry has to go unlock the door, so you have no choice but to stand here and hold your ground. What I like to do is I like to throw a grenade right here when the first enemy falls down. That basically takes care of him. And then the second enemy will come down right over here, and we will shoot him with one of our spark shots. And he'll be dealt with. And we will wait for him to get up. Right there. And he is taken care of. Now you just gotta wait for Sherry to open the door, which she's not even through the the hole yet, so we'll be fine. And then if we go check our steps, take 14,000 steps or less, we're not even at 10,000, so we're definitely going to be fine. Basically, the simplest way to get it underneath 14,000 steps is to just get what you need and just get a move on. Don't run around in circles. Make sure you know the right routes and everything like that, and you'll be fine. There is a zombie here. Just shoot him once in the head, and he'll go down. And just run right past him. And I'm going to reload my pistol. And we are coming up right to the last fight. Now make sure you have enough ammo space to hold double of something, because you're going to need to pick up the plug to start the train. And there is also an item box there if you need to use it, but we don't, because we're not taking anything out. We're not putting anything in. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to go in here, and you will want to grab this. Now a cutscene will ensue. We are going to skip that. And now we're going to head into here. And we're going to put the plug in here. And then another cutscene is going to happen where Claire contacts Leon, but we're just going to skip it. And now when you turn to your right, there is a minigun here. Now this is the only gun you really need for this boss battle. It's going to absolutely destroy him. So a couple things about this boss. His weak point is all his eyes, so you just want to unload and to destroy all his eyes. And he's a fairly easy boss. He only has like 2 attacks, and I will show you what they are. One of them is when he slams his claws into the ground like so. Just get out of his way. He's going to run into a wall and stun himself. If you shoot him good enough while he's climbing up a wall, he will get stunned, which is really useful. But just continue to lay into him with this minigun. Seriously, this weapon messes him up. I'm going to get some distance between me and him, just in the event he does a crazy attack. He has 2 attacks. This is one of them. When he does this, just get out of the way, and he'll run into the wall. And the other attack he has is he just goes absolutely crazy and he starts swinging everywhere like he's about to do. So as long as you keep your distance from him, you'll be absolutely okay. But just keep unloading on him. There he goes. He's going crazy again. It's fine. And right now, he's basically dead because he's going to go into crawl mode. And this basically, he's going to crawl on the ground, and right now you just unload on him with the minigun. Just keep shooting him. I'm going to get some distance, but he's basically dead. But just keep unloading into him, and sure enough, you beat him. Skip that cutscene. Skip this cutscene. Go ahead and skip the credits. Go ahead and skip that. And now we will see. So we completed Claire Redfield assisted game mode, but obvious reasons. I mean, we were trying to do it with less than 14,000 footsteps and with taking no healing items, and you did. And we beat it in a total of 1 hour and 29 minutes, and we got an S rank. So I want to thank you guys for sticking around for this guide, and I hope it helps you, and I hope it does really wonders for you guys. And I would appreciate if you guys could leave a like or leave anything down below, a comment. Anything would be greatly appreciated to follow. And if you guys want me to do more runs of Resident Evil, whether it be Leon A, Claire B, Leon B, if you want me to do a full walkthrough and show you where all the safes are and show you what all the combinations are, show you all the different weapons you can get and all the upgrades for that, let me know. I have no problem with doing that. But that is going to be it for me. And I appreciate you guys coming out, and I will see you in the next one.